Finally, the Congress party, releasing the manifesto on Tuesday afternoon, said action against Bajrang Dal will be as per law. But the BJP said the Congress party is freeing the PFI members who are currently either in custody, who've been jailed, they are being raided, and that is why they want to go after the Bajrang Dal. This is why this issue ahead of elections has become the biggest political flashpoint, apart from Bajrang Dal workers already out on the streets as well. Let me now bring in my colleague Shilpa Nair for the latest on that on the ground. Shilpa, there should have been development, infrastructure, education as the poll promises. Instead, the fight is over the Bajrang Dal. What is the sentiment on the ground? How has this become the big issue? What is being said? But importantly, will this have a connect in Karnataka? Is this religious polarization, so to say, going to work?
Well, Pooja, the Congress, in fact, had made several promises in its manifesto, but what really caught the headlines is the fact that, the Congress has promised to take decisive and firm action against individuals or organizations which spread communal hatred in the society, irrespective of the religion or the community that it represents. So the Congress said, well, be it the PFI or be it the Bajrang, that we'll take decisive and firm action, which could also mean a ban on these organizations. Now, the BJP, like you rightly pointed out, you listed out the charges and the counter charges that the BJP and the Congress has been leveling at each other. But on ground, we are, of course, trying to understand what kind of an impact will this have, because the Congress now fears that in coastal Karnataka, there could be some impact. The coastal Karnataka is where the Congress had gained some ground. So whether or not this...
Shilpa Nair with the latest on that, and I'll go back to her in just a short while. Remember, our colleagues on the ground as well, constantly tracking reactions and are gathering more information about what the final countdown looks like in the southern state. 5 days to go for election campaigning. That means it is the final chance of the bigwigs of all parties that are currently camping in the southern state. There's Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah, who've been holding rallies, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, Rahul Gandhi. This is apart from the state leaders who are currently, of course, going door to door to appeal to the voters. But what's happening apart from trying to reach out to the voters is the gali politics, abuse politics that has taken center stage. Bharatiya Janata Party filed a complaint against Congress Chief Mallikarjun Kharge and his son MLA Priyank Kharge for their allegedly derogatory comments against Prime Minister Modi, claiming the Congress party is running a smear campaign against Prime Minister and to malign his image. BJP is now demanding that both this father-son duo shouldn't be allowed to speak in the rallies anymore. Meanwhile, Election Commission had to eventually issue a poll advisory to all the star campaigners of all political parties. This clearly because of the plummeting level of campaign discourse in Karnataka. The advisory states that the Election Commission is asking candidates to exercise restraint in their utterance, maintain high standard of discourse, debate real issues and provide a pan-India perspective in local discourse. Listen in now to what the Netas have to say about all the issues that have reached abuse politics now.
ಮತ್ತು ನೀವೇನಾದರೂ ತಪ್ಪು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಮೋದಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ವಿಷದ ಹಾವಿದ್ದಂಗೆ ನೀವಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ವಿಷ ಅದ ಇಲ್ಲ ನೋಡೋಣ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೆಕ್ ನೋಡೋಣ ನೆಕ್ಕಕ್ ಹೋಗಿರಿ ನೆಕ್ಕರು ಸತ್ತ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದು ವಿಷ ಅದಾನೋ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಮೋದಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಣ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ಪ್ರಧಾನ ಮಂತ್ರಿ ನಾವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡೋಣ ನೆಕ್ ನೋಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಆ ವಿಷವನ್ನ ನೆಕ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಮಲಗೇ ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಲ್ಲೇ
ಮೊನ್ನೆ ನೀವು ಗುಲ್ಬರ್ಗಾಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ನೀವು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಬಂಜಾರ ಸಮಾಜದವರಿಗೆ आप सब लोग डरिए मत बंजारा का एक बेटा दिल्ली में बैठा है ಅಂತ ऐसा नालायक बेटा बेटा तो कैसा होता भाई घर कैसे चलेगा हाँ ಮತ್ತು ನಾವು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ ಯಾರದೇ ಮಗ ನಾಲಾಯಕರಿದ್ರು ಮನೆ ನಡೆಸಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಹೌದಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಇವರು ಬಂಜಾರ ಸಮಾಜದ ಏಕ್ ಬೇಟಾ ಹೇ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ರಿಸರ್ವೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊಂದಲ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಬಂಜಾರ ಸಮಾಜದವರಿಗೆ ಅನ್ಯಾಯ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ಆಗಿಲ್ವಾ
ऐसे क्लेम्स करे भड़काने वाली कोशिश करे और एक तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति के तहत विशेष एक समुदाय को अपील करने वाले के लिए इस प्रकार से बयान भी करे या इस प्रकार की घोषणाएं करे, हम इसकी घोर निंदा करते हैं और स्वागत करते हैं कि माननीय इलेक्शन कमीशन ने जो चेतावनी दी है उम्मीद करते हैं कि कांग्रेस पार्टी और उनके नेता इसका इज्जत करेंगे।
Big news coming in from the state of Maharashtra. Hours after Sharad Pawar quit as the NCP chief, now there's a big revelation in his autobiography about the Mahavikas Aghadi alliance, and the take is on Uddhav Thackeray directly. He has said in his book, Uddhav Thackeray failed to quell the discontent in the Shiv Sena. Sharad Pawar, who was until now had 24 long years of reign as the NCP Supremo, has now said in his book, Uddhav resigned as a chief minister without even putting up a fight. It was a lack of political deftness that was seen by all in Uddhav Thackeray. He did not anticipate the storm within, and this is what Sharad Pawar has said, that after what has been unfolding within the Mahavikas Aghadi alliance, he did not anticipate the storm that is brewing within the Aghadi alliance as well. This is big news, remember, because this is Sharad Pawar after resigning from the NCP's Supremo position, and will likely either have Supriya Sule or Ajit Pawar heading the party. He has taken on Uddhav Thackeray, saying he failed to quell the discontent within his own party, resigned as Maharashtra CM without putting up a fight. There was, and others also sensed, a lack of political deftness in Thackeray, something which a chief minister needs to have, a strength, a will. It was expected there will be attempts to destabilize the Mahavikas Aghadi government, but we did not anticipate that there would be such a storm within the Shiv Sena, and that was due to Uddhav Thackeray becoming the chief minister. These are big words, remember. Are we looking at any sort of a rift within the Aghadi alliance, that they are together? Because right now there's no other option. But when Sharad Pawar says Uddhav Thackeray isn't able to manage, what does it mean? I want to quickly bring in Pankaj Upadhyay in Mumbai for the latest on that. Pankaj, you tell us. You've been covering Maharashtra politics for years now. How should one see Sharad Pawar's comments about Uddhav Thackeray, specifically hours after he steps down as the Supremo of the NCP?
Pooja, these statements definitely have the potential to weaken the very foundation of the Mahavikas Aghadi. And at a time when definitely some sort of a churning is being seen in Maharashtra. Right now, we have Rajendra Shigne here, NCP member who's come at Silver Oak, because many NCP leaders are coming in after Sharad Pawar announced his resignation. Several NCP leaders have been coming in. Now, Rajendra Shigne is yet another NCP leader. Perhaps he'll be coming out and give a statement. But coming back to your question, Pooja, this statement, the revelations by Sharad Pawar, as I said, definitely have the potential to weaken the very foundation of the Mahavikas Aghadi government. And at a time when yesterday Sharad Pawar in his very speech had said that now is the time when the baton should be passed to the newer generation, and the decisions that they take and the murmurs doing in Maharashtrian politics that perhaps Ajit Pawar has perhaps political leanings towards the Bharatiya Janata Party now. And of course, Sharad Pawar also revealing that during the time of the formation of the Mahavikas Aghadi government, the Congress was in a very indifferent mode. Perhaps, questions will now be asked. Let us get to Rajendra Shigne now, the NCP leader, and listen to what he has to say now after meeting Sharad Pawar.
तुम्ही आज शरद पवार भेटण्यासाठी आलेला होता, काय तुमचं म्हणणं आहे? कालपासून एकूण जे वातावरण आहे त्यावर आज सकाळी साहेबांकडून काही प्रतिक्रिया मिळाली?
आज आदरणीय पवार साहेबांची भेट माझी नुकतीच इथे झाली.
All right, we will continue to track this big news coming in. So if the surprise was not enough of Sharad Pawar stepping down from his position of the NCP, it is now a bigger news that he has taken on Uddhav Thackeray. Will Uddhav Thackeray respond to it? What will happen to the Mahavikas Aghadi alliance? All of this is happening, remember, when it was opposition unity needed. But ahead of 2024, the cracks are they clear more than ever. We have news coming in, and these are shocking visuals from the state of Bengal in Murshidabad. There were TMC that was indulging in clashes among each other. Different groups of the Trinamool Congress threw bombs at each other, and these are residential localities. Ahead of Panchayat elections, two factions of the Trinamool Congress allegedly clashed with each other in the Bharatpur Panchayat area, and this was in the Murshidabad district. According to sources, the clash started over the area domination, basically who controls that territory, and bombs started to be hurled. And I just want to reiterate, bombs means these are locally made bombs that were thrown at each other's groups quite a few hours before the police had to even intervene. The bombings, which started at midnight, went on till a huge police force finally reached the spot and took over the situation. Anupam Mishra joining me with the latest on that. Anupam, this is absolutely shocking. I can see these are clearly residential areas. And just to get this clarity, both the groups of the Trinamool Congress. So then what are they fighting about?
Actually, Murshidabad has always been known for these kind of violent clashes, and we have seen in the past that crude bombs being used and hurled at each other during political clashes. And these political clashes erupt mainly because of control over the area. And these two groups, according to sources, belong to TMC. And the situation started getting tense after one group started to control more area, dominating more area than at least 10 to 12 crude bombs being hurled at each other. And it went on for quite a few hours. And when a huge police force intervened and reached there, then the bombings, they have stopped the bombing.
Right, Anupam Mishra with the latest coming in with regard to how there were bombs that were hurled at each other's groups, remember, and we'll try and get you more details on that after a very short break. All right, time for a very quick break, but when I return, I bring you the latest on the SCO meeting. Remember, the meetings are on, bilateral meetings, different countries, but now there has been a twist as well. And the twist is, it's an update. Bilawal Bhutto Zardari from Pakistan making an entry into the country. This meeting is set for, and in Goa. Remember the comments that he had made against India and against the Prime Minister. So it's going to be an interesting meeting at the SCO of the foreign ministers tomorrow.
India is now the third largest market as far as domestic seed demand is concerned, but we're the 18th largest when it comes to international seed demand. How soon do you see that change? A lot of Indians still using routes in the Middle East and elsewhere as they travel abroad. How soon do you see India becoming an international player in the aviation?
So we're the third largest market domestically. We're the seventh largest market internationally at 60 million. You combine the two, domestic and international, we're today the fourth largest market. By next year, we will beat the United Kingdom and become the third largest market across the world. We've already gone ahead of the UK in terms of our economic growth numbers. The fact is that we were the 11th largest economy in 2013-14. We're today the fifth largest economy. We put the UK behind us. Those people that had a dream of ruling our country, today we are ahead of them economically, and we've got a diaspora who's actually today the Prime Minister of the UK. And that talks to our potential in terms of us as a people across the world. We are going to become the third largest economy by 2030, breasting Japan and Germany. And a similar growth rate you're going to see in the area of civil aviation.
With the ongoing SCO summit meetings in the country, India is now gearing up for the foreign ministers meeting. This is going to be very interesting because making an entry into India now is Pakistan's Foreign Affairs Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari. An intense showdown is likely expected between India and Pakistan. This, remember, with regard to Expectedly, Bilawal will want to rake up the Kashmir issue as well. This will be the first meeting by any top government officials from Pakistan since 2014. Along with that, eyes, of course, will be on the Chinese Foreign Minister, Qin Zhang, as well. Indian and Chinese foreign ministers will likely hold bilateral talks during the meeting. All of this, remember, comes amid high tensions between New Delhi and Beijing over the Arunachal border issue as well. India will also hold bilateral meetings with other key partners, including Russia and Iran. The foreign ministers of 8 nations will fly down to Goa tomorrow, where the SCO meeting is scheduled. All right, I'm heading into a very short break. Let's bring you some other news as well and some special conversations. Nikhil Naz in conversation with Chirag Shetty and Satvik Siraj. They are the champion shuttlers, and we bring them to you about what does this achievement, their struggle and more means. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for this conversation coming up.
Air quality today. In Delhi, 188. In Mumbai, 66. In Kolkata, 1979. In Bangalore, 74. In Chennai, 62. In Hyderabad, 29.
Why does this happen? Let me tell you the science behind it.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today News Mo.
Okay, joining me is a pair that have made it a habit now of making records, whether it was at the Thomas Cup, followed by the Commonwealth Games, World Championship, whatever they've done, they've been the first ones to do that. And now they are the current Asian champions, the first Indian pair to do that, and the first Indians to get a medal at the Asian Championship after a long gap of 58 years. Joining me is Satvik Siraj and Chirag Shetty. Thank you so much for speaking to India Today. Chirag, let me start with you. Firstly, has it sunk in? You're Asian champion. I mean, many would say that being Asian champion in badminton is as good as being world champions.
Rightly so. I think badminton is mostly dominated by the Asians, like you said. It feels surreal, to be honest. I think as athletes, we really want to win at these big events, and I'm happy that an Indian won it almost after 58 years. I hope the coming years we have many more Asian champions. But to answer your question, it feels surreal.
Okay. What about you, Satvik?
For me, it will take time to believe, think we are champion. Even after winning, final point, I was thinking, is there one more set to play? So it's not like I was really in the zone. I was thinking कुछ तो है और कुछ तो है. Something like it's not fulfilled something kind of thing. So there is much more there. So slowly, for me though, it will take definitely time. Even for the Thomas Cup, even still, I was in some zone when I think, okay, जीता क्या कभी really okay, it happened. Okay, so it will take for me. It will take time. So yeah.
Chirag, let me also talk to you about the crowd support in Dubai. Did that play a role? Did it almost feel like you could be anywhere in Lucknow, Delhi, Hyderabad, someplace with the way the crowd came out in large numbers?
I think like for the past the semi-finals and the finals day, the stadium was packed, and it was majority of the crowd was of the Indian community. So I think to have that kind of support in the stadium, it actually felt like we were playing back home in India. It could have been it could have been Mumbai, it could have been Delhi or Lucknow, like you said. So I think it played a major role, especially in the finals when we were down 13-7. To have that kind of support, it really helped us to win that title, to come back and win that title.
The only thing I personally missed was that there were no shirtless celebrations this time around, like the one that happened in Thomas Cup. I remember interviewing you after that, and you said the first thing when you Googled after that win, it wasn't, Chirag and Satvik have won the Thomas Cup. The first Google search was your celebration and comparison with Saurav Ganguly. Was that one of the reasons you thought, yeah, no more celebrations like that? Let the focus be on us winning the title and not my celebrations?
Oh, no, actually I did, but I didn't celebrate with throwing my t-shirt off, but I fell down on court. But yeah, eventually I just removed my t-shirt and then threw it into the stadiums. So it was probably not recorded because it was quite in the very end of it. But it's kind of stuck with me now after a major events final. I think it's I do it quite often now. After a major event final, I take my shirt off.
So I just want to go to the specific. You were trailing by a game, and then at one stage in the second game, 4-10, 7-13. So that comeback, is it fair to say that, in the past, you guys may have most likely lost the match from there? So in that sense, apart from that historic goal, this Asian Championship final is a turning point in your career, much calmer now, the two of you, you'd say?
Yes, definitely. I mean, when we are down, I was thinking like there is a hope. Like I was deep down, there is a feeling like jeetenge. Like we need like just a strike matters, and even everything is favorable in the sense like I feel so much positive on the stadium. So many people cheering for us. Everything is going just like one strike. We are only not playing. Just I mean we aren't like 100% there compared to semi quarters how we played throughout the tournament. Just a rhythm here and there, then 1-2 points here and there. Then I think we'll get a chance. So when I got service, I was saying like 2 points here. Then again Chirag service आएगा उधर 3 point. फिर मेरा service. So I was calculating all these things in my mind like अंदर तक लेके जाना है डीप तक क्लोज रहना है 16-15 भी चलेगा 16-12 16-14 भी good score है when we are down also like one strike here and there and we have much experience to play in that pressure situation because we had played Thomas Cup finals that was more pressure and Commonwealth Games finals that was more pressure all those final matches we have played so we are kind of experience in that pressure situation to control ourselves, calm down, just be on the court, like focus what you have to done on the court.
Could you tell us a bit of a role that Matthias Bo has played, especially in I know you're a very high energy pair whenever I see you on court. How much of a role has he played in making you a bit more mature, making you guys a bit more calm on court, especially in tense pressure situations?
Having him, I think, has definitely been a huge boost for us. Right from his appointment before the Thomas Cup, I think the results speak for itself. It's especially in the crunch situations, he has some things where he asks you to do, which he's obviously studied himself because before every match we three of us sit together and discuss our opponents' weaknesses, strengths, our weaknesses and strengths, and what sort of game plan we need to be working on. So this kind of systematic approach has really helped both me and Satvik to think more clearly on court on because we have a plan that is laid out to us, and we need to just have to execute it in a better manner. So I think working with him has been like really good for us, both me and Satvik.
Okay, the new rankings have just been released. I believe you've been ranked at number 5, the highest rank that you have been. Does these rankings make a difference to you?
No, not really for me. Before, like 2 months back when we, like 2-3 months back when we got like goal number 5, I was in so much panic. I want to do something. Goal number 5 हो गया, अभी क्या करना है? I was like talking to my psychologist. I was telling sir, goal number 5 हो गया, अभी हम have to do something else. He was like, number ही तो है वो. So it's not like don't get panic. Like just do whatever you're doing. Like just one step at a time. So now like world number 5 is okay. Maybe when I get world number 3, then again I'll get excitement. But there is no ranking for doubles. I mean, everyone is like playing. Anyone can win the tournament like that. It's now doubles results. Indonesia have 6 pairs, then China have 5 pairs, India has 2-3 pairs. Then all the players are playing at the same level. Just mental matters. How strong you want to win the match, or how badly you want to win the tournament. So rank is there, but I mean, I would say like it's all over 50-50.
Okay, Chirag, just talk to me a bit about the two of you. You guys came together in 2015. Very unlike player because both of you played back at the court. From your journey from there on, also tell us a bit. Have you had to become, or have you now become the best of friends off the court, and how much of a role does it play of your chemistry, camaraderie off the court? Does it play a role then when you're on court as well?
Well, definitely. I think both me and Satvik, like you said, started together back in 2015. Initially, since both of us were all players, we didn't really gel that well because both of us were backward players. But eventually, our then coach, Tan Kim Her, he asked me to play at the front court because he felt that I have a better understanding of the front court, and Satvik has a really huge match on the back court. And slowly I had to develop the front court game as well. And initially, both me and Satvik are from very different backgrounds. So, and initially he liked to spend a lot more time with the Telugu people. So, which has changed drastically now. And I think initially it was quite tough, but we started having meals together. Like our then coach asked us to have at least a meal together in a day so that you get to know each other better. And over the years, we've become really good friends off court as well. And I strongly believe that for a partnership to prosper, you really need to be good friends off court as well. And both me and Satvik are the best of friends off court, and we share a lot of things with each other.
Just to follow up on that, has Satvik's Hindi gotten better or your Telugu gotten better?
Definitely Satvik's Hindi's gotten better. My Telugu is still probably, it's not that good. Probably I understand a lot of Telugu lately, but I definitely can't speak Telugu.
I maybe my Hindi has became better because when I joined academy, there are a lot of North people. So when I was under 13 that time, so it was much easier for me. Like it came naturally maybe by listening to them, talking to them. I was asking, "Iska meaning kya hai? Iska kya hai? Kaise bolte hai?" So that's how it started. I started learning Hindi, and it's much more comfortable talking with Chirag nowadays. And now I'm pretty much scared like he understands Telugu, but he acts like he doesn't understand. When me and Shrikant Bhai are talking like something secret, so he's like, हाँ सही है. I was like, समझ में आ गया क्या तेरे को? He's like, हाँ समझ में आया. Then he acts like he doesn't understand. But nowadays he's like पूरा समझ में आता है उसको तेलुगु. Like literally, if he speak like fastly, then he won't understand. Otherwise, he understands. So now it became like difficult for me. Like if I want to talk something secret with Srikanth and now someone in Telugu. So yeah.
Okay, I know both of you are movie buffs. I have a question each for the two of you. Chirag, to you, considering you're an SRK fan, how many times have you seen Pathan in the recent past, or did you even have time to see it because of your busy schedule?
I did see Pathan. Um, I didn't like it that much, but the action was sort of good. But yeah, I am a SRK fan.
Yeah.
I like his earlier movies, but Pathan was good, but like okay, I would say, not the best.
If you ask me, like, if you take me 2 years back, then yes, I was more uh movie person, but now I was like very bad in movies, like watching movies. I lost patience. I don't want to watch any movie. Like 2 hours kaun bet ke dekhega. So it became in that sense like if I get time also, I prefer going out with friends than watching movie. Before like time mile chale movie. Kuch naya movie release or so any movie release then. So if now any big movies come, then I prefer going. Otherwise, I like wait for 2 months, then I download in Amazon or Netflix, then I watch the flight. So we get a lot of time in the flight. So I always prefer watching in the flight because in flight we get a lot of time, then we get bored. So then yeah, I mean I always ask Chirag when I get bored few movies, then he suggests me some interesting real story movies, Hindi or English something, and he suggests me some series. So mostly now, even Chirag nowadays, I think he watches a lot of series and this thing. So he keep in laptop and he just keep it there. Then sometimes if I feel interesting, I will watch that series as well.
Okay, final question before I let you go. And this is pertaining to the Olympics. I remember tracking you very closely at the Tokyo Olympics, and it was heartbreak, very unlucky, I would say, in the manner in which you got out. But now, the two of you are just 22, 25. You reckon Paris 2024 presents the best opportunity to win a medal if you consider your current form, experience, age, etc.?
Definitely, I think both me and Satvik, I think have it in us to um, win the big events, and I think we are definitely meant for bigger and greater things. And I think winning the medal at the Olympics is definitely the ultimate goal, and we surely have it in us if we are able to keep ourselves calm and be able to play even if we don't play our best badminton, even if we play somewhere close to it, we definitely have a chance to win that medal at the Olympics.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we have a great chance if we play to our best. I think we can beat anyone on the given day. We have few pairs to beat up still. Like before Olympics, we'll definitely make sure we'll beat them and get confidence and going as like we can beat anyone on the given day. So, and it's always depends on that time how we are feeling mentally and physically. So when we played our first Olympics, it was nothing to lose. So it was much more like freedom. So
Yeah.
you can do whatever you want on the court. So now you maybe go with little hopes, little expectations, and people watching on you. So it will be different. But I would say like the more pressure we are in, we play almost good. So we love playing in pressure situations, me and Chirag. So we wanted to take that challenge. So we always love that challenge. Like तुम नहीं करोगे हारोगे तो दिखाएंगे हम जीतेंगे हम करेंगे. So that type of mentality both has. So the more like challenge we get, the more like we wanted to work hard, the more fire will be inside. So yeah, hopefully we do better, and it is in our favorite city as well, Paris. So we always play good there, and hopefully fingers crossed we do well. We wanted to do go deep as possible in the tournament. We don't want this medal, that medal, that medal. We want some good experience. We wanted to enjoy that experience. That is wonderful experience playing Olympics, and wanted to 200% best in that tournament.
All right. On that positive note, Chirag, Satvik, thank you so much for taking our time and speaking to us, talking about the Olympics. The qualification is started. It's a busy calendar for you guys. So here's wishing you all the very best for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So much.
We recently saw the skills of ChatGPT extend to creative skills as well. They can write movies, they can direct plays. There are in fact books being written out there by ChatGPT. How do you think this skills bridge will Coursera be able to fill?
So we are approaching it in a few different ways, right? We are saying, look, firstly, it's helpful to think about generative AI platform as a thought partner. As a business leader, I might be thinking about any element of my work, and I can use ChatGPT as a thought partner. Chances are it may not replace what I do as a worker or as a business leader, but it can be a very powerful thought partner to help refine my thoughts. Now, what we are thinking about is that, look, a learner might want to learn about using ChatGPT, so how do we create content related to ChatGPT? That's one part of it. Second would be, how do we integrate ChatGPT into the learning itself so that that learning can be more personalized, it can be interactive, keeping in mind that there are risks associated as well. How do you bring information which is reliable information into the learning? Because the Coursera belief is that while education is extremely important, the content for education should come from experts. And today, the content on our platform comes from, top 200 universities and about 100 companies. And so how do we integrate technologies like ChatGPT, something that we are actively looking at.
Weather forecast now. Delhi, maximum 33 and minimum 21 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 29 and minimum 27 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 37 and minimum 27 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 25 and minimum 20 degrees. Chennai, maximum 31 and minimum 24 degrees. Hyderabad, maximum 30 and minimum 22 degrees.
Why does this happen? Let me tell you the science behind it.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today News Mo. Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
Dulux Weather Shield Power Flex, घर का चैंपियन।
Good morning and a warm welcome to India Today. I'm Paulami Saha. These are the headlines we're tracking at the top of this hour. Big fight over Bajrangi before polls. Furious Bajrangis protest against the Congress. In fact, burn the Congress manifesto. Censor Board chops 10 scenes from the Kerala Story film. Top court refuses to stay release of film. Filmmakers change 32,000 conversion claim to 3. Sharad Pawar slams Uddhav in his autobiography, says Uddhav failed to quell discontent in the Sena and that he resigned as chief minister without a fight. Amid cash crunch, Go First suspends flights for May 3rd, 4th and 5th as it faces issues due to uncleared dues to oil marketing companies.
स्टूडेंट है, हमें एग्ज़ाम्स के लिए जाना है और अब जो हमारा फ़्लाइट का चार्जेस है वो पर पर्सन 16,000 बचा रहे हैं और रिफ़ंड का ये कह रहे हैं ये कि डिफरेंस अमाउंट जो होगा वो रिफ़ंड कर देंगे और इतना हमें भी पता है कि कोई रिफ़ंड तो आना नहीं है.
Deadly escalation in Israel versus Islamic Jihad. Militants in Gaza fire rockets at Israel. Israel retaliates with bombs in Gaza. BJP puts its weight behind the Kerala story. That's the breaking news that's coming in right now. Amit Malviya says, and I quote, "The Kerala story is a grim reminder of what lies ahead if we don't act now." Their plan is to make Kerala a Muslim state in the next 20 years. For that, they are luring in youngsters, offering them money, insisting them to marry Hindu girls to increase the Muslim population. This is how they are growing their majority, and these tricks are working